Okay, call this meeting in order. Can we start with a pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's see, we have everybody present. We have a quorum. Those that would like to join me in prayer, I'd like to open this meeting in prayer. Almighty God, as our city council gathers, we seek your divine guidance and wisdom. May the opening prayer set a tone for productive and harmonious discussions. Let your presence inspire our leaders to make decisions to benefit our community and promote unity. We have Thanksgiving coming up this week. I believe the citizens here in Shoshoni, I know I do, have much to be thankful for. I pray that everybody that travels has a safe travel to and from wherever they might be going. In all of this, I ask in your name, Jesus Christ, thank you so much. Amen.
Amen.
A motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Been moved by Councilwoman Harkey, second by Councilman Tetler. We approve the agenda as presented.
I have discussion.
So
did we, I sent you a message about possibly moving the, our December meeting back a week. And I didn't know if that needed to be on the agenda, if we were gonna consider. It's on, December 10th, which is the elementary, I believe that's the elementary school Christmas program. So I won't be here.
No, actually, I apologize. I meant to have that on the agenda for discussion and did not.
Well, I moved to amend the agenda by adding December council meeting under 15A new business. I guess that would be new business.
Would that cover both council meetings in December? We could talk about.
Yeah, we have
yeah, both
council.
That's what.
December council meetings, I meant plural, in December under new business.
Second. Been moved by Councilor Stetler. We amend the agenda as presented to add the new business 15A December council meetings. I think that should cover it. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion passed, all in the affirmative. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Move to approve the agenda as amended.
Been moved by Councilman Stetler, second by Councilwoman Hartke, and we approve the agenda as amended. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, hold the same. Motion passed, all in the affirmative. Any communications from citizens? Please.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. Well, I don't know.
Please, Mel, introduce yourself for Prosperity's record.
I was gonna say, I don't know all of you, but I know a few of you. My name is Marilyn Midhour. I'm here tonight representing the Fremont County Historic Preservation Commission. I'm supported by Joe Hartman, who's also one of our commission members. And what brings me here tonight to address you, Mr. Mayor, and the esteemed members of the council, staff and guests, is the historic preservation plaque that we've been going back and forth with for quite a while now. And I did talk with Kim on the phone, and I apologize not getting this out to you sooner, but I will just go ahead and put on my cheaters so I can read this for the audience members.
Yes, young
What we were trying to do was get something that really, when people stop in Shoshone and they read the plaque, it zooms them back in time.
Mhm.
We want goosebumps to form on their arms and go, wow, I wish I'd lived in Shoshone all those years ago. And we want it to pique their interest enough that they want to spend more time in Shoshone and learn more about the community. So we start out with Shoshone, Wyoming, elevation 4,820 feet. And it reads, free land, gold, unlimited opportunity. Those were the headlines that brought gold seekers, railroad men, and ministers to the tent city on the high plains named Shoshone in 1906. The Pioneer Townsite Company, a branch of the Fremont, Elkhorn, and Missouri Valley Railroad, established the new town in hopes it would transport tons of gold, silver, and copper from its railroad head in Shoshone, to buyers throughout the country, banks, churches, saloons, hardware stores, livery stables, drugstores, hotels, and restaurants seemed to establish themselves almost overnight. As often happened in the Wild West, however, the boom quickly faded as the treasure hunt for vast riches never panned out. Yet a few rugged men and women stayed on, built a good life, and established a community that over 100 years later would be a gateway to the magnificent Wind River Canyon, Boysen Reservoir, and the wonders of Yellowstone National Park. This plaque was sponsored by the Shoshone Town Council and the Fremont County Historic Preservation Commission 2024. And it's also our plan to link to a very good article that Randy Tucker wrote about the community of Shoshone. He's done some wonderful historic articles, and we have received permission from Will Hill with Kairos Communications in County 10 to just go right ahead and create a QR code and link to that. So when folks are reading this plaque and they're looking around and they're imagining what Shoshone looked like back in the day compared to the beautiful community that you've created now and the beautiful parkscape where there used to be buildings that had suffered from fire and dilapidation, they're going to be able to learn more about the community. And our goal is for them to do exactly that, learn more about the community and have the great respect for the community that we do. And if you would please consider this and let us know your thoughts, we would love to get that plaque on order. We're working with Eagle Bronze, and we want to make sure that we get everything just right. And we'd love to be able to have a dedication ceremony sometime right after the first of the new year.
This is verbiage is very great. The only, I guess, a little bit of miscommunication. I was under the impression that we were looking at that to identify that particular site where the buildings were torn down, which that's what the article Randy went to discuss that, but that was the only, that's why there were, we sort of went in sort of a more not more of a centralized Shoshone, but more of a specific, the buildings that were tore down.
Well, and that, whatever you want to do is absolutely fine with us, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
And to be very honest with you, this all started before I was even appointed to the commission by the Fremont County Commissioners. So I know this has been in the works for
Right.
quite a while.
Sure.
So whatever you would like to do, whatever you and the council decide to do, that's absolutely fine with us.
But this,
We just want to make sure we get rolling on this, or
no, I agree, and this is I like that picture, just didn't show any of the east side where the park sits now. I think that was the only,
right.
but this is very good. And it
Wow.
really describes the all of Shoshone, not just that site.
Well, I will,
But that was the only,
perfect.
that was, but no.
Thank you.
There was only a couple words I would change in this.
And you have creative license. That's however you decide to.
Well, I'd like to add maybe a word or two, like just touch on the crossroads of Wyoming at the end.
That works. That works. But we wanted to get the ball rolling. And like I said, it's important to us to get this kind of wrapped up before the end of the
Well, I
calendar
really
year.
appreciate all the effort and
You bet.
work that your committee has done on this. And
Well,
I'd like to really been so, Kathy Blair and Kathy Stoll have worked real
Yes.
hard on this project also. I haven't not so much, but those ladies have worked really hard also, but yeah, this is very good.
Thank
And
you.
I'm not a real good wordsmith, but anyway, this fits on the plaque where it's good size where they can see it. And
Yes. And thank you so much. And yes, Kathy's done a wonderful job and she's worked in conjunction with Joe
Yes.
and Polly and everybody's tried to pitch in and really make this become, like I said,
yeah.
well, and make it the thing that is not just giving you a list of what used to be here, but trying to zoom you back in time so that you can actually stand there and know that you're stepping in the same footprints of people who made history.
So my question would be, well, there'll be something, instructions to where they can go to, the county 10 site or what? and
Yes.
Read some more of the other history.
We're going to
But-
do a QR code so that way people with smartphones, people with tablets, they can scan that QR code and it'll take them right to the
That
article.
little black square thing, little funny looking thing.
It's also Affinity code.
Okay, but it's, I know the Winter Visitors Council has done, quite a bit of that in Du Bois, Land of Riverton and on the reservation.
And we'll be keeping in sync with that. So
You know, so there may be a way to tie that together, but this is, as you said, the gateway.
yes,
When they come to Fremont County, we are the gateway. We're the first. Could be the first stop. Should they go through us before, if they're coming from the east, before they go through any of the others?
you're the welcoming committee. We want to put that, best first foot forward because you're the bright, shiny smiles that everybody sees when they come to Wind River Country.
But one of the reasons we're, for the town plaza and trying to clean up our town and make it look nicer. Because Casper, Cheyenne, Wheatland, if they just drive past on the interstate,
Mhm.
they may not really have much of an impression, but there's, way over 1 million people come through going to Yellowstone Park every year. And this may be one of their first real good impressions of Wyoming, before they get to Riverton, if they go that way, or Du Bois or Cody, which are Thermopolis, those are all great places, but their first impression could be Shoshoni.
Right here. And you have a wonderful police chief who's doing a great job of slowing people down and getting them to observe what's going on. So we appreciate that very much too. And I will just say, you are legendary. When I go to meetings around Wyoming and say I'm from Fremont County, everybody knows you.
Me?
They know your speed limit.
I know Shoshoni or they know me?
They know your speed limit. I'll leave it at that. So thank you very much.
Well, I'll appreciate it, Marilyn.
You bet. And if you could have some time to discuss it, go ahead and make those edits and tweaks that you choose to make. That's absolutely fine.
If we go, they'd be very minor. I just,
Great.
it's, I think we ought to talk with Kathy
Sure.
and go over everything, and we were sort of zeroing in on just that one block, but maybe the broader picture, this is a good thing too.
Well, and I think when people
You
are
know?
standing there, it gives them that theater of the mind, that imagination.
We looked at that same photo but it didn't show the
Mhm.
pictures of Kathy's. What do you think it is? So can we find a good one on the east, so. But yeah, no, this is, it's very, very, very good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So
Thank
what
you
the-
for your time.
Would the QR code just be attached to the plaque?
The QR code would be part of the plaque. So where the photo is going to be basically etched and engraved into it, as would the QR code.
Okay, and that, I guess I may have missed that article and that talks a little more specifically about that spot.
Well, and I'm sure Mayor Highsmith can speak to that a little bit more, but it's a fantastic article. It's an article that makes you, no matter where you live, you want to drive to Shoshoni to see it for yourself.
I like that. It's pretty short and sweet and
Mhm.
gets you.
And large enough font that people without putting their cheaters
Well,
on can
correct.
read it.
That's why I want to make sure it's all gonna fit, cause I like the bigger font myself.
Well, I lose my cheaters all the time, so, we want to make sure people aren't kept from learning more about Shoshoni because we made the font too small.
No, correct. No, he's very, very good.
But if you
Appreciate your
could,
insight.
if we could get this on order before the end of December, that would be fantastic. And I know you have some meetings coming up.
We have
so
one, yeah, we have one more meeting and
Great.
we'll within that time or sooner, because we already have it in our budget, correct?
Somewhere.
Kirk, I think we have it in our budget for this year.
I thought we put it in the
Or did
budget
we,
like-
huh?
Like 4 years ago. I
Yeah.
thought.
It's our recollection that, yeah, it's our recollection that
23.
it needs to be spent by the end of this year.
Okay.
So,
So,
time is of
okay,
the essence.
So we may have neglected to put it
Do you have an
in.
estimate of the property now? Like, I think last time was like 1,800 in the town, like 1,800.
So you have my sheet.
To be very honest with you, sir, they didn't. I'm the one who isn't bashful about standing up and talking to anybody and everybody, so. So that's why I'm here, but I don't know the dollars.
It was a couple of years ago when we
Great.
first had that.
Oh, I think I left it in my office.
I think it was like just about-
I'll go back and I'll-
Okay.
I apologize, I don't have the dollars and cents, I have the creativity.
I would add on the very last line, Yellowstone and Teton National Parks, I put in Teton as well.
I appreciate
Because
it,
you can go Du Bois or go through Mountainous, so talking about national park, not just
definitely,
skip Teton.
thank
Right, a
you.
lot of people go to the Teton.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And they go, a lot of people go first one way in through Cody and come out through
Mhm.
Iran.
They do, they do,
So
thank you, that's a very good point.
You know, and many people have a high interest in the Wind River Indian Reservation.
There's,
Yeah,
I-
I mean, we can keep, I don't know.
you're just adding,
Yeah, we
I
can keep
really think we're gonna see a tremendous uptick in tourism to our area in 2026 with America's 250th birthday. I think we need to be really prepared for that because I think it's gonna drive a lot more people here. I know we've seen upticks in tourism after COVID, but I think we're gonna see a really big burst for 2026.
About your.
Oh, but don't
Thank
get
you
more
very
crowded
much.
than COVID, that's plenty crowded there.
Oh. You might want to.
Yeah, we have these quotes could be outdated because it's May 23, but we had a 30 by 24 inch bronze for $3,355.
I'll make sure that Polly gets with you.
Okay, it's the. if
Yeah,
those
she's our
numbers are still-
chairperson.
Those numbers are still good.
She's our chairperson, so I'll make sure that she follows up on that.
That way we need to reprogram money or something for it. We can put it next meeting.
Very good,
Yeah, that was a 50-50.
very good. Thank you so much.
So, very good.
And I
Thank
think
you.
you have my phone number if you have any questions.
Yes.
I know you do,
Mhm.
so everybody does. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, young.
Have a
Good to see you.
You too, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
You also. You also. I like the color of your hair. It's changed a little since the last I seen you, I
Well, you
think.
know what? I started to get to the point I put on my blue cheaters and people mistook me for somebody. So I thought, well, I'll change the hair color. And that's all I have to say about that.
We have anybody else that would like to speak? Do we have anybody online? Let's move on down to consent agenda. Can I approve the minutes of November 12th, 2024? And let's just do that.
Move
What
we
you want to do?
approve the minutes of November 12th, 2024.
A motion by Councilman Steller, can I have a second? Second by Councilwoman Harkey, approve the minutes of November 12th, 2024. Any discussion about the minutes? None being, I wasn't present, so I'll abstain from vote. All in favor, say aye.
I
Opposed, the same. Motion passed, only affirmative. Approval of the bills November 13th, 2024 through November 26th, 2024. You have a motion to approve.
We approved the bills from November 13th through November 26th, 2024.
Been moved by Councilman Stetler to approve the bills November 13th, 2024 through November 26th, 2024. Have a second. Second by Councilwoman Hardy. Any discussion?
had a question on the check to Dave's Asphalt, the second one down
Yeah.
for the trailhead parking lot.
Yes. Yeah,
That needs to be, so let's have a discussion on it. What happened and how much and know how much.
that came in on about what was the original estimate was 53,000. I think $53,000. And it came in at what, 35.
So that's just the parking lot, not the road itself.
No, it's just, we're not doing the road. We took the road out when we submitted our bid and because the road was about another $50,000. So we elected to keep it lean and mean. We was one of 3 out of 114 applications and stuff that we was concerned if that was more of a want than a need. And so we kept our bid just to the needs.
And that comes out of that grant for the trailhead.
Yes.
What's the town's matching part?
Off the top of my head, I believe it was 10%.
Was it 10 or 20? I think it was 20.
Well, we had a cash match, but we also had in-kind labor.
We have in-kind labor too, so that's part we quite a bit in-kind work, so yeah.
So right around 10% probably be cash.
Right, correct. And
How
did
deep
we-
is that?
Pardon?
That's 4 inch is deep on that asphalt they put in,
No, it was
crushed asphalt,
Crushed asphalt?
just covered it.
just covered.
I think it's 3 inches.
I
Pretty sure it's 3
I don't know the depth of it, but I mean, it looked pretty good when I went down.
It's whatever their standard. I think that was 3. And we came with some unforeseen issues with the septic systems and when that was installed, the city government at that time did not permit the septic system. DEQ will not let us tie into it. So we got to put in a whole new septic system. So we ran out of potential overruns. So this is an opportunity to save money, to try to cut costs for what we're doing down there. I think this will work well. And we can save quite a bit of money by doing that. Because we've had some unforeseen costs that we didn't envision that we had fallen to it.
So we're not putting septic, but we're not doing.
No, we'll have to put a septic system, but we're gonna have to have it stamped, approved. We gotta do a percolation test out there on it, do a perk test. And put in a new septic system. But a lot of that can all go towards our in-kind work. If we have to, I mean, it depends what our share of the cost but Any more questions? And any more questions? It's been moved in second. I'll call for a vote. All in favor to approve the bills November 13th, 2024 through November 26th, 2024, say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion passed on the affirmative. Going down to building permit, there's spring solar, it was in our search, our county, our clerk discovered that this project was not inside the Shoshoni city limits, so we've removed that from the agenda. Unfinished business, Fremont County, we've done that. New business, talk about meetings in December. So we have a conflict with our meeting November, what's that date?
10th.
Or December 10th.
That's the Shoshoni Elementary music concert starting at 6.
So what do you have a suggestion? It'd be a good date to move it?
Well, if
to?
we just moved it forward 1 week, it'd kind of put it right in the middle of the month anyways and have that suffice for the whole month, which we usually only have one in December anyways.
That'd be the 17th.
And so I moved that we have one meeting in December on December 17th at 7 o'clock.
Been moved and by Councilman Steller, second by Councilman Zen. Any further discussion? Now, I think that makes a lot of good sense, Councilman.
Well, that nobody, besides missing a tenant, nobody will be paying attention to what's going on because they'll be watching their kids that night.
Okay, call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Vote the same. Motion passed all affirmative. Typically what we have December 24th? Yeah. Is our next scheduled meeting. Typically when it's close to Christmas, we vacated that meeting and not held it.
I made a motion that we had one meeting in December on the 17th.
Yes, that's what you said.
That is what I said.
Oh, you did, you just.
And you voted yes.
Oh, I thought it was just that meeting. Oh,
We have
okay.
one meeting in December on the 17th.
Okay, that's settled. That made perfectly good sense, yeah. Department head, Public Works, Mike, what do you have for us today?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. I have an update on our generator. After the controller was changed out, it still doesn't work right. Dave from TW Enterprises called the manufacturer and they had him do some electrical tests. And come to find out that the switches are out now. They're staying open, they're not closing. So whenever they send them to Dave, we'll try again.
Okay,
But we're still manually shutting it down on Monday. Turning over to the
who
team.
is the manufacturer was used in this?
Yeah, I forget the name out there. But, yeah, that switch is just, I don't know, it's a transfer switch.
Okay,
When the generator comes on, it switches over to power up the lift station.
right?
It bypasses the electrical.
Mhm.
Then after it gets done running, for 20 minutes, then do the 5-minute cool down,
Mhm.
then it don't shut down, the contacts stay open, it just keeps clicking. So I have to go over there and shut all the power down, or shut the generator down, shut all the power down, open up the transfer switch, and manually grab the switch and turn it back to normal,
Mm-hmm.
to the normal setting, rather than the
Yeah.
change. So then I turn back power on, turn generator back on. Then it stays off until
Mm-hmm.
the following Monday. It comes on Monday mornings to run through its start up and shut down sequence. Just to keep that everything running.
Yeah.
So every Monday morning it comes on at 9 o'clock. And it's supposed to shut off by 9:25. So whenever Dave gets those switches in, we'll try again.
Okay.
He'll give me a call when he gets them. But you know, it's the warranty thing that takes so long. You have to,
Mm-hmm.
you have to jump through a lot of hoops here. So that's that on that part. And last week we had Advanced Geotech Engineering come out and they did a perk test on the dosing system.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't received any results yet.
Okay.
And then the water and sewer taps are done for the triplex over here on 310 Maple. That went smoothly. We installed a meter.
Right.
You know, and this,
Is
Yes.
it 1 meter or 3 meters?
310 Maple,
I
that
know.
triplex.
It's a
It's a,
triplex.
it's a 1 inch,
Just, is there 1 meter or 3? Okay,
1 meter.
But
And
on the building, it would be 3 charges.
that
So
was my,
on the account side, the building side, they'll get charged for 3.
Three.
okay, that was my question.
Yeah, but only 1 meter feeding it to Reed, but they'll get 3
houses,
three housing.
three apartments.
Right, okay.
Okay, on yesterday, I called Rocky Mountain Power to set up a work order for electrical dynamics. They will be doing the electrical part. It consists of a disconnect and a reconnect of the power at wells 4, 5, and 2. It's for them that this rule changed 2 years ago. It used to be the contractor could call the electrical company and set up their own work orders. But it changed. The entity that owns the well houses, which is the town of Shoshoni, has to call in now. And just that way, then I just gave them Don's number and he'll work with them. As long as that work order is there. I gave him 3 work permit numbers for them. That will be part of the SCADA upgrade. You know, well houses. Energy labs will be increasing the analytical fee for sampling. All prices are increasing 15%. The minimum analytical fee is increasing to $60. Sample management and disposal fees will remain at $3. Shipping charges are not increasing at this time. And boxes are no longer a requirement for UPS shipments. The UPS office in Riverton is permanently closed. They no longer make shipping labels. You can still drop your packages off between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. The door will be open. That is if you have your own shipping label. And that's about all I have. Any questions?
We haven't had, any other response from EPA or anything on what's going on with the water tank?
Well, I know, I talked with Matt Langenfeld. He's the groundwater row manager.
Okay,
And he said that we will have to bring in a structural engineer. He wants it.
right, yeah, I seen that in his notes.
Yeah.
Are we still have it was a 6 months time frame, or can we
Yeah, we can.
can we give
I
a
can-
variance of lengthening
Yeah, I
that out?
can extend it.
Yeah, because of the
Yeah,
weather, because of
before,
weather
you know.
conditions.
it'll be in April when that 6 months will be up.
Right,
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks before it's up, I'll reach out to him, extend it again,
okay,
and give him the reasons why.
very good.
Yeah.
Well, I got some, every time I turn around, I'm getting, not every time, but quite a bit, I get comments of all the great work he did out at Arapahoe and stuff, and
Yeah,
I said, yeah, it's our gain, their loss, I'm just happy as that.
yeah, I did a lot of work for him.
But it's, really appreciate you staying on top of the administrative part of what we're doing and keeping the council informed.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Anybody got anything else for Mike? Appreciate the report.
Thank you.
Appreciate Bart getting Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's been doing- He's been doing it single-handedly this year, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been buying him lights and tables and. I might buy a tree over that.
Yeah, I was talking to Bart today to see if we can find at least like a 12-foot plus tree if we could, if we
Yeah,
can,
I think there's one, I guess.
8 foot maybe. Or we can go up to Loop Road again like we did a couple years ago and go cut one down.
Not as much snow this year.
We had quite the adventure, trust me.
Uh, Quarterly financial reports, how are,
That's it.
yeah, Kim, how are we doing?
All right. First quarter revenue was 14,426.94 over quarterly projections. That didn't include unexpected or unanticipated revenue such as land sales. And also, the majority of what caused that to be over the projections was mainly police department. On 3 of their GL revenue accounts. The expenditure side, expenditures across all departments, their GLs are both at or under projections. Minus one-time purchases, which include police department LPR camera system, which is 15,000. And we also have about 50 hours of availability remaining for summer help for the parks and alleys through June 30th.
There, we don't have anything that alarms you. That there's no issues at all. Ringing a bell.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes it's different parts of the year, you can be high or low, you know,
Looks like we're pretty close to.
and we are a lot.
Yeah.
And Kim identified a couple things.
Some of them, like she is learning too, is that like property taxes, they vary, so when you do it as a quarterly aspect, they're not all the same each quarter. So they jump up and jump down, so most of them come in after, because the payments are due in November and they're back before they pay, so next quarter, most likely will have be a positive on the quarterly aspect of like property taxes, things like that.
Yeah, no, speaking of property tax, I seen something, just brought out by the state. It looked like to me that Fremont County's percentage of property tax increase was the second highest in the state. Last year.
Yeah, I got that on the mortgage bill.
Yeah.
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 I think it was second highest increase in the state. And Teton County pays about 1/3 of all property tax in the state. residential property tax, not bid, residential, that was residential property tax. It was interesting. Interesting, anyway. Any questions for Kim? None being? Bob, do you have anything you'd like to talk about in the round table?
No,
It's Jake.
I don't believe so.
Tammy. Chief, you want to bring anything up?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing wasn't gonna do like a town Christmas dinner party, maybe on a weekday, not a weekend, where it's easier for people to come in sometime, do a potluck type thing. For council employees, families and stuff like that, and, you know, maybe close town hall like at 2 o'clock or something that day to facilitate it. You know, just have something that would be, I think would be,
Thinking of a date that would maybe work well.
I think Thursdays are typically probably the better days, just because it's, you know, not all the stuff going on at the
Right.
beginning of the week, and try and get, you know.
Friday, people ain't bugging out. going to-
Exactly, yeah, so I was just thinking like a Thursday, and also, I didn't really think of a day, I was just,
Melissa and I were counting bouncing around the 23rd.
that's a Monday,
Yeah,
I mean, we could. It's kind of right before Christmas. Maybe a lot of people might be gone. Or potentially gone, with family or whatever. I was thinking like this, some like second week of December, somewhere in that ballpark. But that's just my thoughts, like the 12th or something like that, or even the 19th.
Because I think we got some meetings. Got some stuff going on the 12th.
Okay.
I don't look at my calendar, but I do know we got some things on the 12th.
So people going out of town and things like that. I guess Thursday or Friday, either day works.
At the 12th or the 13th.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
12th is the Thursday, yeah.
13th.
yeah,
Or the third.
Friday the 13th.
Oh, I looked at the wrong.
I just saw that.
Okay, never mind, we won't do that one. I've seen,
Something's
Christmas
going on
vacation.
though, Friday, 13th of December. I can't remember what it is.
I think I got something the morning of the 11th. But I think the afternoon is free. I'd have to check my calendar.
Yeah, I was just thinking like a potluck, you know.
Yeah, no,
Kind of like we did at Old Town Hall 2 years ago.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe the following Friday, the 20th.
Yeah, I would say the 19th or 20th.
Do you have any plans in December where that work for you, Paul?
school gets out, if I'm correct, on the 20th. For Christmas break. I know I don't have plans yet. So I don't know how many people are leaving yet.
So the 19th maybe,
Right,
Thursday.
You're so busy with your work schedule, Paul. You got any ideas, Cam?
Just pick a date.
Depends on who calls in on what day.
Yes, I'll make it work.
I think the 19th works.
I like Friday better than. a
But school gets
Thursday.
out on 20th.
Huh?
The 20th works too. I was just going with Bob was saying that the school kids get out.
Oh.
That's why I said.
Friday's their
I
last day,
couldn't hear
before-
over here.
Friday's their last day before Christmas break.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's why I said the 19th.
okay, gotcha. That's. Works then.
And then the other thing I wanted to do,
Oh. 19th, I won't be here.
How about Friday the 13th?
FCAG's the 19th.
In the evening?
Well, you're talking an evening or afternoon?
No, afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah, I'm FCAG till night. Yeah, I'll be FCAG. We're moved it a week ahead.
We were talking about like,
Friday the 13th is fine.
like, huh?
Friday the 13th is fine.
Oh, back to the Friday the 13th. We were talking about doing like the same kind of thing that we did in
Right,
2022, where it's a lunch.
yeah, correct, no, yeah,
potluck and- Yeah,
but yeah,
but without the
But-
like blizzard that happened that year.
yeah, I can't remember which. I think January is Du Bois, but I think the December. We had it in Shoshoni last week, so maybe Lander. And,
Well,
but I may be able to make it. Maybe not by 2, but 3.
No,
Good.
not that late.
Okay, because our meetings, we moved our meetings ahead.
Yeah, it's a
So it
lunch.
starts at 11, so it should be out between 1 and 2.
And that's what we're talking about.
Okay,
like
yeah,
about
so I'll
11
be-
o'clock, like a lunch.
no,
Well, save food for me, I'll
Lunch
make it
and
late.
Gift exchange,
yeah, 1 to 5,
huh?
like 1 to 5.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to be there.
Fine.
You can be there, you can be there early and leave early. Yeah.
We can have
I don't
lunch
know.
and then, do gift exchange and all that stuff. during
You
that.
don't wanna do a potluck late like that. People get hungry earlier. So they're gonna eat.
But what about the Monday
they're not
earlier
gonna
in the
eat.
week? Mondays and Fridays, there's less going on. But Friday is kids getting out, I
I was talking about town hall closing at 1, we're up until 5, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Tuesday the 10th, we have no council meeting that day.
2 to 10.
Tuesday the 10th,
Oh, Tuesday the 10th.
we have no
We
council
vacated
meetings,
the
been
council
canceled,
meeting.
so you don't have to worry about getting ready for council.
Yeah.
It's early in the week, not on a Monday.
That's middle of a work day. I'll be working.
Any day.
Okay. So, for those people who work full-time, won't work for them, so
Yeah,
the idea of Friday the 13th is most logical,
yeah.
unless you put it back to the 6th, which is, and you don't have any, yeah, okay.
I think the 13th is close enough to Christmas and.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything. The 6th I have meetings with the one with the.
Let's go,
Well, I mean,
December
this
What's the
13th.
6th, Bob?
All right, 13th it is,
Okay,
pick the specific times out. And the
Friday
second,
the 13th, kind of neat anyway.
and then the
Yeah.
second thing was gonna be we're gonna do the Coca with Santa at the park on the 14th. Or we can do it on the 7th.
That was, yeah,
I know last couple of years we
Which
kind of
was
did it a
the
little later, we're
warmest.
trying to get it, this year I think we should do it a little bit earlier in December, not later.
Check the
So
weather.
either the
Check the
7th or
weather.
14th, I think would be.
Yeah.
And have-
14th more in the middle of the month, but the 7th is.
Yeah,
Check.
I think the 7th would be the best, but,
7th is Landers Light Up Parade.
oh, is it?
That's not-
Never mind. So the 14th
14th.
it is.
I'm just mentioning there.
No, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I was on the 14th.
And we'll start at 5 o'clock, so we'll start earlier too. Go from like 5 to 7 instead of later in the evening like we've done in the past where it starts getting really cold
Right.
with single digits and things of that nature. So hopefully it'll be good weather.
I think that was the date you suggested, isn't it, Kathy? 14th?
So we'll plan on doing it from 5 to 7 instead of starting at 6.
5 to 7.
For the record, I was talking to Kathy Blair. I forgot to have you walk up and introduce yourself. But anyway, I'll take care of it.
So
Hey, keep going. You're taking some of the things I was gonna talk about, so you're doing
Well, that's
good.
all
that's all I had is those two
Okay.
things.
It's Rockford Trailhead. Talking with the engineer, thought that this in December would be a good time to probably put it out for bid. Probably have a bid opening in January sometime. It's early enough in the year that maybe we'll get multiple bids for people looking to do some work. Hopefully start construction in the spring. So that was the engineer's suggestion, so we talked about doing it earlier, for the restroom. And covered picnic area and saw everything else. Anyway, that was the engineer's suggestion that we put it out in December. Any thoughts on that, or if not, I'll get with the engineer and we'll work over what we're gonna put out and get it out there. And we Christmas Eve no council meeting, we got that covered. Economic development, let me touch the governor's business forum just a little bit. That was really good. That's the first one of them I've ever been to. I've never been invited to one before. It was very, very good. I sat with a couple business council reps and we had and WCDA and we had some really good interaction, conversations, very educational. It was really good. Talked about workforce, talked about housing, important to trained citizenry, provide workforce. We discussed, I mention that, we discussed, the backbone of the state is our municipal employees, our state employees, don't forget them when we're talking about training everything else for everybody else. But let's keep in mind, without the sewer working and the water running, we don't have no towns, we don't, you know what I mean? So I did our police force, all of that is very, very important. We don't have towns without that, so I was able to, I brought that up to the table in discussion. They were talking workforce training and how we gotta, work on keeping people employed and, all of those things. What do you need to attract people to work? But we gotta have those, but anyway, yeah. We discussed that. It was a really, really good meeting. Networking there again is a lot of what can bear fruit in the future, and they do quite a bit of networking. And we did talk about everywhere we go. That's we did talk about speed limits in Shoshoni and stuff like that, and we protect our citizenry. And I said, I don't know what makes people drive 50, 60 miles an hour through town. If they do, they're gonna get pulled over. Hopefully, but in any event, it's I had a lot of positive about our PD and how proactive we are on many things, making Shoshoni a more inviting community to live in. And so that was all good stuff. We got Fastling has got a lot of compliments. That facelift that helped Shoshoni quite a bit. That was just a really good meeting. Economic development. the medical group that's looking to come to Shoshoni is still actively working to do that. They have hired an architect. And so they're still progressing forward on that. Have talked to Wyoming Mushrooms, administration out of California. And they're looking at ways for reopening, and maybe do some diversification also on the property, but they're definitely looking forward. The words, the communication I've got on the rail car facility, that also is moving forward at a good pace. So that's looking good.
Don't we need to have a meeting on these ordinances to finish that?
Oh, that was the thing I forgot to bring up. When do we wanna, since we canceled the last one, make up for that? On the 10th?
This is,
Have at it.
or even the third.
I will be out of county on the third, by the way, but. I'm sorry, I'll be up in Sheridan.
Okay, no, yeah, we can, that's third, sounds good.
If you three can make it, Terry.
Nope.
Third's good.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Whenever it's good for you guys, cause I will be out of county.
Okay.
Thirteen.
Well, they were at the tail end of it.
I'm gonna-
anyway, so we just gotta finish it up. so
I'll tell you later.
Get it done.
Anybody got anything else?
That's the only thing I forgot.
Okay. Entertain a motion to
I'll
adjourn.
make the motion.
Second.
Been moved by Councilman Harkey, second by Councilman Steller. We adjourn this meeting, the Shoshone Town Council. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the same. Motion passed at 7:58 PM. Thank you. Thanks for everybody in the audience for